Once upon a time, on an island covered in snow and ice lived a little penguin. She was an artist and she loved to draw and paint. One day, she was painting a picture of the sky. It was gray and gloomy, just like it had been for days. She painted little clouds here, some snowflakes there, and added a big, fat raindrop plopping into the sea. Then she stepped back to admire her work when suddenly a huge crack appeared in the sky. The little penguin gasped. Was that her painting coming to life? As she watched, amazed, the clouds took shape and floated across the sky. The snowflakes twirled and danced, and the fat raindrop fell from the clouds down to the sea. But something was missing. The sky was still gray. Penny knew just what to do. Quickly, she grabbed her bucket of blue paint and hurried to the sky. There she dipped her brush into the paint and made a small mark. Then she stepped back to admire her handiwork. The little blue mark had turned into a big, beautiful sunrise. The other penguins came out of their houses to see what all the commotion was about. They'd been stuck inside for so many days because of the bad weather. And there was Penny, standing on a rock with a paintbrush as tall as she was, painting the sky a brilliant shade of blue. When she was finished, the whole sky looked like a giant blue umbrella. The penguins cheered. At last, some sunshine, they waddled and wobbled with joy, sliding and tumbling over one another. Then one of the older penguins said, "Look at our sky! It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." He turned to Penny and asked, "How did you do it, little one?" Penny was surprised. She hadn't done anything special. She simply painted the sky the way she saw it in her mind. She told the other penguins this, but they didn't believe her. They thought she must have used magic. And you know what? So did Penny. At first, she had no idea how to paint the sky. She struggled with colors and shapes and even splattered paint on herself. But she kept trying, and eventually she got it right. She explained to the others that anyone could paint the sky if they tried hard enough. All you needed was a bit of imagination and a lot of courage. The other penguins looked at each other. They'd been painting pictures of fish and snow and ice for so long that they'd forgotten what it felt like to try something new. But now they were excited. And little penguin like Penny could paint the sky. Maybe they could, too. So the old penguins encouraged the young ones to grab some brushes, and the grown-ups grabbed buckets of paint, and together they painted the sky. It took them a few tries, but soon the sky was filled with happy little clouds, twirling snowflakes and plump raindrops. And when the sun came up, it shone through the clouds, making a beautiful rainbow. All the penguins clapped and cheered. The sky was the prettiest it had ever been, and best of all, they'd made it together. That's the story of Penny the Penguin Paints the Sky. Now, it's time for bed. But before we go, let's think about what we've learned today. When things don't turn out the way you want them to, it's important to keep trying. Just like Penny, you might not get it right the first time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying. And if you do, you might be surprised at what you can accomplish. And remember, sometimes all you need is a bit of imagination and a lot of courage to do something new. And if you're still not sure you can do it, remember, you can always ask for help. The other penguins didn't know how to paint the sky, but together they managed to do it. Now close your eyes, little one, and remember, no matter how dark things seem, a little bit of imagination and a lot of courage can make all the difference. Sweet dreams!